electronic beats.
Good morning. You're listening to AVNewsCast.com.
Morning, everyone.
The number one news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley and beyond. And you can take us with you wherever you go because we're on the Spreaker radio network.
Yes.
So on your computer, your tablet, your smartphone, wherever you are. And you can watch us at AV Newscast.
Yep, you can.
Today's election day.
Yes, it is.
Finally.
Woo.
All right?
What a relief.
Finally. Polls are open as we speak.
Yep.
All right? Till 8 o'clock tonight.
My mother called me last night. Who am I voting for, Angelina? And I said, get a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You know, I said to somebody, I
Get it
asked
out.
somebody this morning, are you going to vote? And they actually have their mail-in ballot, sample ballot. They said, I don't know. How late are the polls open? I said, till 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get
so
it done.
So I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give you $10. Will you go vote?
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Really?
You can't pay
If
him
I
to vote?
up it to $20, will you go vote? No.
Wow.
Couldn't get him to do it.
That's a
Couldn't
shame.
get him to do it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is terrible. LA County Registrar is predicting 20% or less voter turnout.
Oh, hopefully we'll prove him wrong.
I'd love to see if the Antelope Valley can get to 20%, I think we're doing good. I'd love to see much more.
Yeah.
Me too.
Typically, non-presidential election, for whatever reason, Democrats don't turn out to vote. But they signed up a lot of new Democrats, new registered
they better
voters.
get up.
Okay,
Hey,
so
now.
we'll see. Today on the show, we are going to have Steve Fox on the show, Tom Lackey on the show, Steve Knight on the show, Suzette Martinez, J.D. Kennedy, Lee Rogers, and James Helmold.
Yeah.
All right?
No, Kermit.
He didn't respond to me,
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
to my text.
Okay.
All right? He didn't respond to my text, and one candidate who all of a sudden is, for whatever reason, not happy with us,
Really?
Who is?
Who?
that would be Tony Strickland.
Oh,
Okay? Don't point at me.
that's all
I didn't
you.
do it.
That's all you.
It's not all me.
No. That's all you. This
Okay,
time,
fine.
that's all you.
Okay, I'll take responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay? That's all well and good.
That's all you.
But he's not going to be on the show today.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know what we should do? We've got a tight time schedule.
Yes.
All right? You're already making me nervous.
I
Angela.
know.
Okay? Way nervous, okay?
Jeez, you're out of control.
We've got
I
a
see.
tight time
Let's
schedule.
just-
We
let's
can
just-
we
let's
can only
just
bring each candidate
bring-
on for a couple of 3
Yeah.
minutes or so.
Let's just call
Okay?
him.
Let's see if we can reach out to Assemblyman Steve Fox.
Okay, it's ringing.
You're doing a good job.
Really?
Yeah, you got this working.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Steve,
Morning, Steve. Morning, everybody.
Good
Hey.
morning.
how are you, sir?
You call me Steve. We're great. I've got everybody meeting at the campaign headquarters in a little while. We've got the Speaker of the Assembly coming down at noon. You're welcome to come. Tony Atkins will be there at noon. It's local 300 Union Hall, which is located at 511 West Avenue Q.
Okay.
At your headquarters, were you guys making a lot of phone calls last night?
We have people in Sacramento making calls, and we have people down here making calls. We've made over 20,000 calls.
Wow.
Wow. Now, I understand, and I've seen some of the posts that there have been, somewhere around 12 or 14,000 new registered Democrat voters.
Well, there's been about 10,000 new ones and 2,000 flips where people were incorrectly registered and they re-registered Democrat.
Nice.
So, for whatever reasons that happened, I'm not going to point fingers. But that took place, and we have another chunk of people voting, hopefully, and we're going to continue that. Again, we want everybody in the Valley to be registered, whatever party they're with. And it's looking like we got a good shot, but once again, you can't take anything for granted.
Right.
Well, if I was a betting person,
Which you
okay, I would bet, Steve, that we're going to see you on the other side of the primary.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping and praying that, but once again, we're working down to the last minute. And if anybody needs a ride to the polls, they can text me. My number is 661-435-1811, and we're going to get people to the polls who need to get there.
Nice.
That's how important every single vote is. Okay? We're willing to pick you up and drive you.
Right.
We will drag you there if necessary. Okay?
You know,
Yes.
when you win by only 145 votes last time, you recognize the value that every single person matters.
Yes.
Every last one.
It does. And I've spoken to a lot of people in the Antelope Valley, Stephen. I still can't understand why people don't get engaged and get out and vote, because a lot of people just, for whatever reason, they just say, no, I'm not gonna vote.
You know, it's
ridiculous.
We're in a free country. A lot of people fought and died for this right. It's very important. They need to exercise it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I know, Steve. Well, there's a lot of people listening to the show. There's a lot of people, I'll tell you this much, there are still a lot of people that are undecided, okay, that haven't made a decision yet, all right, and that's why we're bringing all the candidates on. Steve, if you want to take 30 seconds and talk to the voters that are listening to the show right now, go right ahead.
Again, I'm pushing because we accomplished a lot. We started a lot. I'd like to finish the project we started. We have a lot in the hopper as far as getting jobs into our valley, not just California. And I'm sorry about that.
We're losing you.
Are you back?
Breaking up, hello?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
we lost you there for a second.
I've got you back.
Okay.
All right. Well, Steve, all the best to you. Good luck on your campaign. Get out there and try to get as many voters out to the polls as you can.
Absolutely. Good luck.
Thank you very much to you, and have a blessed day.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
It's all about getting the voters out.
It sure is.
That's really what it is.
At the end of the day, it's just getting your voice heard. Whatever you want said, you need to say it in the polls right now, today.
Yeah, you do. And there are a lot. Jeff, what time are you going to vote today?
As soon as I'm out of here.
You are?
Yep.
Nice.
I'm not until after 5.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Although, we do there is this new law.
It's not new.
It's not new.
No.
Okay.
No.
But it is a law.
But if you need to take time off from work, okay, you can, and it's paid.
Yes.
And it's up to how many hours?
3.
Up to 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? If you can't go vote later on and you
Yep.
need to take time off from work,
You're supposed to be able to take your time.
right?
Yeah.
A lot of employers are going to yell at me now.
Yep.
But you know what?
It is what it is.
But this is very important.
It is
okay?
important.
You got to get out.
To them, too.
It is. You've got to get out and you've got to vote.
Yep.
If you want to, if you're happy with things, get out and express that. If
Yeah.
you want to make a change, get out and express that too.
Yep.
All right? But you've got to get out.
It's
and,
crucial.
And
It's
you've got to
absolutely
vote.
crucial.
I can't wait until 8 o'clock when the polls are closed tonight
Yes.
to start looking. I'm really interested to look at how many mail-in ballots, okay, were cast.
When do they start counting the mail-ins?
They've already counted them. They just haven't posted anything.
Okay. So 8:05, we'll see the mail-ins.
By 9, I would say.
9.
Maybe. Yeah, you'll start to see some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll start to see some things.
Okay.
Let's keep. How are we on time? Because I want to reach out to Tom
8:08.
Lackey. 8:08. We're perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can we reach out to Tom Lackey?
Sure. we
Angelina
can.
is in charge of all of this morning,
I just can't even
making me
understand you.
very nervous.
I don't know why.
Okay.
Can a
Why?
person be fakakta, or is it a situation?
No, person can, and she is.
Oh, I
Okay.
wasn't saying her.
Me?
Yes.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Tom.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay, very good.
Good morning, Tom. Hey, did you get some sleep last night, or are you too nervous?
No, I slept fairly decent, but I did wake up pretty early.
Yeah, I'll bet you did. A lot of people making a lot of phone calls trying to get the voters out to the polls on your behalf.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we had an amazing turnout last night. We're going to have a similar number of people making thousands of phone calls today.
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking forward to a decent turnout. Let's just hope as many people who are registered will utilize their right. We need to have a voice in our government. Otherwise, our government doesn't represent us properly.
No, I agree 100%. You know, I reached out to some people up in Sacramento, and because I haven't seen a poll, you know, of anything. No, I haven't. I haven't seen a poll. So I'll tell you something. I reached out to some people in Sacramento last night, okay, that are not on the Republican end, but they're on the Democratic end. And I said, hey, I've got a question. Give me your feedback on this, okay? How do you see this going at the end of the day? And they said it's going to be Tom Lackey.
Well, let's hope that the poll that matters, which is the one today, reflects that same result.
Exactly.
I've worked very hard, and I believe that my investment in the community, I hope, actually resonates with the voters today.
Well, all the best to you, Tom.
I think that should matter. I really think that should matter. People know who I am. They know how I actually engage with the public and whether or not I listen and act on what I hear. And I believe that that's what makes a meaningful representative.
You know, Angelina even said that yesterday on the show. She said, you know, in all the conversations she's had with you, even if you guys don't agree on the same issue, you always have a way of expressing your position so that she understands it.
Not only that, I just think that you're very respectful in listening to the other person's viewpoint, and you take that into strong consideration, and I think that's important.
Well, thank you. I do believe that, unfortunately, our partisan differences have polarized people to the point where we have impasse. And if you look back even in the 80s, that didn't exist.
Yeah.
We have kind of developed some bad habits that we've got to break, and my experience in a nonpartisan position has shown me that if we go back to that old practice of focusing on common ground and then building from there, that we can do great things, much more than we're doing right now.
I agree.
I totally agree.
I agree 100%, Tom. Tom, all the best on your campaign tonight.
Absolutely.
I have to say one more time how it's the cutest thing how excited my son gets whenever he sees a Tom Lackey sign. He loses his mind. Dad, Tom Lackey.
I think you better give him one.
Give him a high five for me.
I do.
The chance I have, I want to meet the young man.
I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to give him a big smooch. Maybe 2 or 3.
that.
Okay.
Hey, Tom, the polls are open now. There's a lot of people that still are undecided. If you want to take 30 seconds to talk to those voters that are listening right now, feel free. Go ahead.
Well, I would just tell everybody that if they're unsure of who to vote for, please at least look at my ballot statement, look at the qualifications listed there, because I believe that those set me apart from the other candidates. And I would do nothing other than be a very, very genuine listener to each and everyone's concern, independent of party. And I believe that what really matters is the issue at hand, and we need to work together to make decisions that reflect the best interests of this great state that we live in, that is being mischaracterized and not utilized to its fullest potential. We need to do a little bit better job, and I think we can.
All right.
Well said, Tom.
Amen.
Good luck, Tom. Get out there and go get some votes.
All right, we're going to do the best we can, and thank you guys for being a sounding board for all of us.
Absolutely.
Our
I
pleasure.
appreciate it. Thanks, Tom. Thanks for taking the time to come on the show.
Bye-bye.
Well, my pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Hey, Jeff, you know what we should do? Because we're going
Yeah.
to have Steve Knight calling in a minute.
Uh-huh.
Can we take a break,
We most certainly
go
can.
to commercial, and then we'll come back, and then we'll have Senator Steve Knight, who is running for Congress in the 25th District.
All right.
So you're listening to AV Newscast on the Spreaker Radio Network, and we'll be right back.
Ay. Okay. 1 second. And
Frolic Beats.
Dr. Lee Rogers.
We need to end the bickering, the partisan politics, and the gridlock in Washington.
Lee Rogers is a doctor who solves real problems for a living. Lee Rogers will put Washington to work for middle-class families by closing tax loopholes for Wall Street banks, rebuild our infrastructure, and protect Medicare and Social Security. Lee Rogers, doing what's right for our families.
I'm Lee Rogers, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Lee Rogers for Congress.
Hi, I'm J.D. Kennedy, a Marine Corps veteran with 3 deployments to Iraq, and I'm running for State Assembly. I served as Congressman McKeon's Veteran Affairs Representative, and I'm a member of Operation All the Way Home, board member of the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm the president of LA County Air Show. As your Assemblyman, I'll fight to create jobs in our community and to keep criminals off our streets. Our problems can be fixed with simple, common sense answers, but we need new leadership in Sacramento. My name is J.D. Kennedy. I fought for you 3 times in Iraq. Vote for me on June 3rd. Send me to Sacramento. I'll fight for you there. Visit my website, kennedyforassembly.com, and follow me on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced conservative candidate for the State Assembly in the Tuesday, June 3rd election. As a retired Highway Patrol Sergeant and Antelope Valley resident since 1996, I served as a school board and city council member for 14 years. As your Assembly representative, I'll stand up for our shared values. The record shows I work to solve problems, not create them. With your help on June 3rd, we can break the far-left supermajority in Sacramento and stop the bleeding of our jobs. I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced candidate.
There's a school in Palmdale that's become the talk of the town. It's called the Guidance Charter School, and many parents say it's magical. The Guidance Charter School is WASP accredited, scored 783 in academic performance, and has an educational curriculum that exceeds the state of California standards. The curriculum is enriched through age-appropriate exposure to information technology, arts, foreign language such as Arabic, and physical education. The Guidance Charter School has a winning CIF sports program with soccer, basketball, cross-country, volleyball, swimming, cheerleading, and more. An open enrollment, free tuition school, publicly funded. They've been in business for 12 years and are fully approved by the Palmdale School District. The Guidance Charter School has small classroom environment, 20 students in grades K through 3, 25 students in grades 4 through 8, and no more than 30 students in grades 9 through 12. Call the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. That's the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. And check out their website at thegcs.org. A better high school choice.
Antelope Valley residents, this is Assistant Sheriff James Helmold seeking your vote for sheriff. As a 25-year veteran of the department, I'm not a politician, I'm a crime fighter committed to keeping our neighborhood safe. I will ensure your sheriff's department is responsive to the Antelope Valley, not a one-size-fits-all approach from downtown Los Angeles. Let's also expand community involvement and youth outreach to ensure future success. I'm proud to be endorsed by both mayors and councils, local churches, and community groups. This is your sheriff's department. Please vote James Helmold for sheriff.
This is Palmdale Mayor Jim Ledford, and we have a great opportunity on June 3rd. We will be electing a new congressman for our valley. I served on the Palmdale City Council with Steve Knight, as well as serving with his father, Pete Knight, and I appreciate their service and belief in our community. Steve is a veteran of the U.S. Army, as well as an 18-year veteran of the LAPD, and I have the highest respect for our vet and law enforcement community. Steve has led by action over his tenure in Sacramento, and no one has authored more legislation for our veterans. As the son of a career Marine, I'm thankful for Steve's commitment to our veterans. Please join Mayor Pro Tem Tom Lackey and I in supporting Steve Knight for Congress.
Frolic Beats.
Welcome back to AVNewsCast.com.
Hey there.
Hey.
Welcome back. You know, last night I saw a Paul Tanaka poster.
Yeah. Oh, you saw a poster. Okay.
Yeah, it was on the back of a pickup truck, and he's driving. And I'm thinking to myself, you know,
What an idiot.
this is a guy that's like 1 inch away from being indicted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the
away.
arrogance that we talk
Okay.
about on a regular basis, because
And
it's
I-
like, how you should be ashamed of yourself.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a guy that should be playing cards with the other 3 senators from Sacramento.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a call.
Good
Hello?
morning, Steve Knight.
Hello, Steve. How are you?
You know,
Hello,
I'm
sir.
wonderful. How are you?
Good, good.
Well, the polls are open. I understand that you guys have been making a lot of phone calls trying to get people out to the polls.
we probably made 5,000 phone calls yesterday,
Wow.
and we walked probably 600 houses, and we've walked that many in the last 4 days each day. So we're all over the district.
Wow.
It's hot out.
Yeah. Oh, well, I saw a post this morning, and we were talking about it earlier. Somebody that you're running against, Tony Strickland, he doesn't want to come on the show, and I haven't seen him, up here doing a whole lot.
No.
I was very happy to see the local paper, the AV Press, come to your defense on some of the crap that he was slinging. There's no question about that, Steve. But Steve, there's a lot of voters that right now that are undecided, that are listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to those voters for a minute.
Well, I need you to two things. I need you to get out and vote. If we want a congressman from the Antelope Valley, this is our chance, and it could be a very, very close vote. And if you want somebody who has stood up for vets, like I have over my period in office, and I'm going to continue to do that. I think that's a clear-cut example of the difference between us. One didn't do anything in 10 years up there, and one did more than anybody else in 6 years. So I just need people to get out and vote. The Antelope Valley could make this election. And if people get out and vote, then we're going to win. We're going to have a congressman from the Antelope Valley. And if they don't, then it's going to be very, very close. So vote, vote, vote.
Yes.
Yeah, and let me just add that, not only someone, Steve, yourself, that has stood up for veterans' rights, but I also want to add, you're also a U.S. Army veteran yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I want people to understand that as well. Steve, I wish you the best in this campaign. I agree with you 100%. I think the Antelope Valley is going to be very pivotal in a couple of areas. Okay, there's no question about it. And it's really up to the voters in the Antelope Valley to get out and vote, because that's going to make a whole difference.
It is. And the last thing I'll say to both of you is that I appreciate what you're doing. It's a great show. We listen all the time.
Thanks.
And I thank you for it. But I also want to make one more plea to my law enforcement brothers and sisters. Get out there, to the sheriffs, to the LAPD, to everyone. You could send a cop to Congress. And there's about 7,000 of you that live in Simi Valley, Antelope Valley, and Santa Clarita. And if you get out and vote, you're going to send a cop to Congress.
Did I see that the Los Angeles Police Protective League endorsed you?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And they've been sending out emails to all their members. And, it's important. An important election.
It is.
Especially right now, especially through the primary.
It is, and that's a huge endorsement. Best of luck, Stephen. Thanks for taking the time to come on the show. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you right on the other side of the primary.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's a huge endorsement. I'll tell you that, okay? It is. Huge.
It is. I'm just cracking up because he said 7,000 police officers, and I just thought if 7,000 police officers hear what I say on a regular basis.
Yeah. You
can make some changes.
Yeah. You wondered why you're not pulled over more often.
No, I'm good.
We can fix that. Okay? We can fix that. We're going to have, in a little bit, we only have one candidate that we're going to have on the show today that's running for L.A. County Sheriff.
Right.
Okay? And that's James
Well, that's
Helmold.
the only one we need to have.
And in my opinion, that's the only guy that I would vote for. Me. Okay?
Yeah.
I endorse him. There's no question about it.
Here.
I know Palmdale Mayor James Ledford endorses him. I know
we
Lancaster's
all like
Mayor R.X. Paris
we all
endorses
like
him.
I'm just chuckling because you act as though you don't endorse people.
I don't. Don't go there. Don't go there today.
Yeah, okay.
Not today.
All right.
I'll
give you a break.
Don't go there today.
Okay.
All right. But that's somebody that spent a lot of time up here in the Antelope Valley, James Helmold. He understands the needs of the Antelope Valley. He's willing to give us the resources He's committed to giving us the resources to help us make this place a safer and a better place. I don't necessarily believe that let's set up a pop-up tent and come fill out a little coupon and everybody gets a CCW is going to be the answer.
No.
Okay? I don't believe that that's the answer.
No.
I don't hate that.
But let me say this, though, okay? I'm not against people having CCWs.
Yeah,
okay?
of course you're not.
No. But I don't want people.
I mean, we just.
I think it's a mistake. I think it's a mistake.
It is a mistake.
For that to be the deciding factor in a lot of people's votes. Okay.
I'm not against it either, as long as we do our due diligence and make sure that it's being handed to responsible people that have had some mental health clearances, or at least we take them from the people that are having issues, whether it be domestic issues or mental health challenges, or children in the home that have mental health challenges. I mean, we can't just be free-nilly and just keep on giving out guns.
No, I agree with that. And, after the terrible tragedy at Isla Vista.
And we keep on,
No. Let me finish before you, hold on.
Go ahead.
After that, a lot of people have now looked at this and said, you know what? Here's the thing. Maybe it's not stricter gun laws, but maybe there's other areas that we need to look at, like mental health, like the conversion and the sharing of data. As an example,
we said that after Sandy Hook. I'm crying. I'm screaming bullshit because we said that after Sandy Hook.
Can you say that?
It's the same. Yeah, I can.
Okay.
It's the same thing. And then the next tragedy, we'll say the same thing. And a nice little cute slogan like "Not one more" will go out on Twitter. I mean, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like, somebody needs to really put up there. I sure did.
Yeah.
And let's see if it gets somewhere. If somebody pays attention to it. I mean, I'm tired of it.
Well, like we've talked about the LASD and their sharing of information with DCFS.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Up in Isla Vista, if there was a sharing of information, if there was data that was accessible,
Mm-hmm.
all right,
Mm-hmm.
officers that responded to the house to do a welfare check,
Mm-hmm.
they would have known whether he owned guns.
Yep.
Okay? They would have known that.
Yeah.
All right? As well as the fact that, I understand that they were aware of the videos, but they hadn't watched them in advance before going to do the welfare check.
Wow.
Okay?
Well, that doesn't seem right. Seemed like somebody could have pressed play while they were on the way.
Well, yeah, they can't do that. Okay?
What?
I don't know that they can do that.
Somebody
that originally, by the way, let me just mention, okay? The AVNewsCast technology, going back to 2007, 2008, Jeff. Okay?
Yes, 2007.
The original concept, okay,
Mm-hmm.
behind being able to stream live from anywhere in the world,
Mm-hmm.
that the original intention of that
Gotcha.
was for the LASD.
Yeah.
The original intention was to allow law enforcement the ability to roll up to a crime scene, okay, and be able to broadcast that crime scene, okay, in a visual display to all other officers that are en route.
Wow.
That was the
original
intent.
idea that we had.
That's originally what AV Newscast, the technology, that's what it was about.
Okay.
Which you didn't know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that gave birth to it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what got us rolling.
That's all I get out of you. Is okay?
I mean,
just a one-word.
Well, I'm just
here.
thinking most cops are riding in a car by themselves. So what good is it going to have a video showing and they're trying to drive and watch the video at the same time?
No, they're not watching it. It's for transparency for us and for
got
their
it.
superiors.
Thank you. Yeah, so we'd never know about that tape though. But I thought I like it.
We would.
We would.
Come on, somebody would have to sneak it out.
No, it'd be streaming. No. That's the whole point of it.
Oh, you mean for the public, for us to be? Oh, then
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Let me call Billy. What is he doing? Give up. I think we should call JD, don't you?
No, because JD's not coming on yet.
Okay, well, he's next on my list.
James Helmold is going to be coming on now.
Well,
and it is. I'll tell you what time it is right now. It is 8:29. So we've got 3 minutes to go right now.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had the right schedule.
Oh.
What? Well, you're going to have to talk to the producer if they gave you the wrong schedule.
Yeah.
Okay. And go do something.
Hang that producer.
Yeah, do something over there. I am later on today though. I am going to stop at a couple of voting locations, and I
Just to
do want
see?
to poll some of the people.
Ooh.
Okay, I do want to poll some of the people, and I understand that you know at a lot of the voting locations, candidates are going to have people there.
I hope
Okay.
so.
Yeah, probably saying, you know, hey, this is who you vote for on your way in.
Here, it's pre-done for you. Just dropping it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey, we
nothing.
a little off topic, but we didn't talk about V. Stiviano getting beaten up.
She didn't get beat
She
up
got
enough.
beat up?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
In New York.
In New York. She got pushed around a little bit.
Who beat her up?
A couple of guys at a club.
I love it.
But
Because they didn't know if she was a girl or a guy?
And don't get me wrong.
What was I watching?
And don't get me wrong.
Oh, it's the
I'm-
Big Bang Theory I was watching, and the guy that owns the comic book store went out with Penny, and in a heated moment, she said Howard, not Howard. She said, what's his name? Leonard. She said Leonard instead of the comic book store guy's name. And Leonard said, boy, I bet that's the last thing in the world you wanted to hear. And he said, well, it beats here, and you know I'm a dude, don't you?
Dang.
I thought that was great.
I mean, she could go both ways.
Yeah.
You got to look at her and say, well...
Yeah, if you're legitimately a female and you look like a drag queen.
Yeah,
you need to
that's
go
horrible.
See,
Oh, that's terrible, you guys.
You need to see a makeup
I just keep going back to Petraeus' wife.
Oh.
Don't say that. Okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
You're making me stroke out.
Yeah. Hi. Morning.
Hey, what's going on?
Good morning,
James?
sir.
Just right on, trying to get it right in there. How's everything going this morning?
We're good.
It's all going good. How's your campaign going?
You know what? Things are going pretty well. Ready to get people out there to the voting booths and figure out who they want to be their next sheriff. That's pretty much why I'm calling, and that's why I'm getting the word out there. And I'm back into public safety and public trust, in your sheriff's department. I've been working hard to do that. That's why I've been up there at the Antelope Valley, and as you know, Steve, I've been there numerous times, probably 20 times just since the campaign has started. So,
I ask every sheriff that I run into, and you got a strong backing up here among the sheriffs.
yeah, I appreciate that. A lot of it's because my background is on frontline patrol. In fact, more than half of my career has been on the early morning or graveyard shift, and then I worked a special weapons team. So I think the frontline deputies respect that, so they know who's really tough on crime as opposed to talking about it. A lot of people are making promises that, quite frankly, I don't think they can keep. Especially as it relates to being tough on crime and things like that. And we all want to be tough on crime, but we got to be respectful to people. That's the key.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's not only some of the deputies that you've been talking to, Jeff, but also Mayor James Ledford for the city of Palmdale, Mayor Rex Parris in the city of Lancaster.
You can't
both
can't
endorse
even,
you.
Can't even begin to emphasize how you've really got to be a strong, great candidate to get those two to agree on something. There's nothing in the
it's
world
funny.
they agree on.
That's what everybody told me. They said, hey, how did you get Rex and Jim together? I said, hey, they're both great guys. And they said, yeah, but did you know about, sometimes they don't agree on everything. And
sometimes.
I said, well, I'll tell you what, they were getting along fine, and they know what's in the best interest of public safety. And I know that's what they both have in common, is that they're both really pushing all the positive things that are going on up there. In fact, late last night, I don't know if you saw it, Leonardo DiCaprio was fired up about my campaign.
Oh, wow.
And he sent a tweet to his 10 million followers, and I said, wow, that was nice of you to do that. And you know what his focus was? For me, my big thing is public safety and keeping crime at its historic lows. For him, he's really into the environment, and he liked my modern business approach of trying to modernize our sheriff's department in every way, not only public safety strategies, but the clean air vehicles. I want to make all of our sheriff's vehicles, all 3,000 vehicles, electric eventually. And
Yeah,
of course,
they just sit there and idle
when that electric vehicle plant. So that that things like that bring jobs, and they bring clean environment, and eventually it's cheaper. It's more fiscally prudent as well.
Yeah, we'll save on all the fuel. Not only to get Jeff Angelina, and myself to
Yeah.
agree on anything.
On anybody,
Okay,
yeah.
That's even harder than Jim
Okay.
and Rex.
Yeah, it is as big as getting the two mayors, and you got all three of us
Yeah,
as
you
well.
do.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so there's no question about
I
that.
love it. I love it.
You know, I did see that on Twitter. I saw the tweet from Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
And I retweeted it last night, and I
Oh,
thought that was
appreciate it.
huge. But I was really surprised that when I went to Leonardo DiCaprio's Twitter page, I was surprised to see 10.5 million followers.
Whew, why?
Yeah.
That's a huge
Yeah,
amount.
it's crazy how many followers he has. It's interesting. I sent out tweets to try to generate people to vote, and, maybe 20, 30 people on a good day, up to 100 people will retweet it or whatever. Within like 5 hours, this guy had over 1,000 retweets. I'm saying, geez, I guess
Yeah.
maybe he should have run for sheriff.
Can't underestimate that social media.
No.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention while I've got you on the show right now, James, is the fact that you understand the needs of the people in the Antelope Valley, and you understand the resources that we need, not only presently that we have, but additional resources we need to make the streets a safer place.
Yes.
And you understand the problems. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that because that's been really on the forefront of what I've really pushed out there, which is I want to have a local special weapons team, SEV it's called, up there in the Antelope Valley. Why? Not only is it prudent for quicker responses for all of our families there, but also you got to remember we have all of our hardworking deputies working there, and they have lesser opportunities in the sense that if they want to work special weapons or Aero Bureau or gangs, then what are we going to do? Require everybody to drive back into downtown LA? I don't think that's the right thing to do. The heart of the Sheriff's Department is our 42 contract cities. And, of course, Palmdale and Lancaster are among the two largest of those contract cities throughout Los Angeles. So while other people are kind of prioritizing and scrambling for endorsements in downtown LA, I'm saying, hey, you know who's important? The entire Antelope Valley, because there are a lot of voters, there are a lot of people, and it's a community that we could be proud about as far as family safety and family values and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Agreed 100%.
Absolutely.
James, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you on the other side of the primary.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you very much. I really
All right.
appreciate it, and I really encourage people to get out there and vote no matter who they're voting for. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a really great day.
God bless you.
God bless you.
What a great guy.
Yeah,
Nice
he
guy.
seems really cool.
You know what? What time do we have right now? 8:37?
8:37, yes.
Okay, you know what? We can do one of two things. We can reach out to Suzette right now, or we can take another break.
Let's take
Speak
another
to
break.
me.
Let's take another break.
All right, let's take a quick break. All right? And then we'll be right back. You're
And then
listening
we'll
to,
get Suzette.
you're listening to AVNewsCast on the Spreaker Radio Network. Take us wherever you go. We're always there. And we'll be right back.
Chronic Beats.
Dr. Lee Rogers.
We need to end the bickering, the partisan politics, and the gridlock in Washington.
Dr. Lee Rogers.
We need to end the bickering, the partisan politics, and the gridlock in Washington.
Lee Rogers is a doctor who solves. Dr. Lee Rogers.
We need to end the bickering, the partisan politics, and the gridlock in Washington.
Lee Rogers is a doctor who solves real problems for a living. Lee Rogers will put Washington to work for middle-class families by closing tax loopholes for Wall Street banks, rebuild our infrastructure, and protect Medicare and Social Security. Lee Rogers, doing what's right for our families.
I'm Lee Rogers, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Lee Rogers for Congress.
Hi, I'm J.D. Kennedy, a Marine Corps veteran with 3 deployments to Iraq, and I'm running for state assembly. I served as Congressman McKeon's Veteran Affairs Representative, and I'm a member of Operation All the Way Home, board member of the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm the president of LA County Air Show. As your assemblyman, I'll fight to create jobs in our community and to keep criminals off our streets. Our problems can be fixed with simple, common sense answers, but we need new leadership in Sacramento. My name is J.D. Kennedy. I fought for you 3 times in Iraq. Vote for me on June 3rd. Send me to Sacramento. I'll fight for you there. Visit my website, kennedyforassembly.com, and follow me on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced conservative candidate for the State Assembly in the Tuesday, June 3rd election. As a retired Highway Patrol Sergeant and Antelope Valley resident since 1996, I served as a school board and city council member for 14 years. As your Assembly representative, I'll stand up for our shared values. The record shows I work to solve problems, not create them. With your help on June 3rd, we can break the far-left supermajority in Sacramento and stop the bleeding of our jobs. I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced candidate.
There's a school in Palmdale that's become the talk of the town. It's called the Guidance Charter School, and many parents say it's magical. The Guidance Charter School is WASC accredited, scored 783 in academic performance, and has an educational curriculum that exceeds the state of California standards. The curriculum is enriched through age-appropriate exposure to information technology, arts, foreign language such as Arabic, and physical education. The Guidance Charter School has a winning CIF sports program with soccer, basketball, cross-country, volleyball, swimming, cheerleading, and more. An open enrollment, free tuition school, publicly funded. They've been in business for 12 years and are fully approved by the Palmdale School District. The Guidance Charter School has small classroom environment, 20 students in grades K through 3, 25 students in grades 4 through 8, and no more than 30 students in grades 9 through 12. Call the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. That's the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. And check out their website at thegcs.org. A better high school choice.
Antelope Valley residents, this is Assistant Sheriff James Helmold seeking your vote for sheriff. As a 25-year veteran of the department, I'm not a politician, I'm a crime fighter committed to keeping our neighborhood safe. I will ensure your sheriff's department is responsive to the Antelope Valley, not a one-size-fits-all approach from downtown Los Angeles. Let's also expand community involvement and youth outreach to ensure future success. I'm proud to be endorsed by both mayors and councils, local churches, and community groups. This is your sheriff's department. Please vote James Helmold for sheriff.
Hello, neighbors. This is Mayor Jim Ledford, and I'd like to tell you about Steve Knight. Steve has been our councilman and our legislator for the past 9 years. Steve has been a staunch supporter of lower taxes and creating a better environment for job growth. That is why Steve is endorsed by the Howard Jarvis Taxpayers Association. Please stand with me and Supervisor Mike Antonovich in supporting Steve Knight as our next congressman.
Chronic Beats.
Welcome back to AVNewsCast.com.
Are we back?
Yep, we are.
We are back.
And let's go to the next one.
Okay. Let's see if we can get Suzette on the line.
Yes.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4 candidates left.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi, Suzette.
Good morning, Suzette.
I caught that this time.
Hi, I know. Thanks for answering your phone this time. I appreciate it. Suzette, I know that you were at your campaign headquarters this morning, and you guys are out knocking on doors and doing what you have to do to get the voters out. Right now, you've got there's a lot of people that are undecided. Talk to those people. Take 30 seconds and talk to those people for a minute.
I was thinking about that this morning, today in this whirlwind of a campaign and why I decided to run. And it really comes down to wanting to live in a California, wanting my children to live in a California. That was the California of my parents and my grandparents, where jobs were plentiful, where we had a quality education system, where government stayed out of the way and just allowed people to flourish and allowed people to seize every opportunity that this great state has to offer. And that's the California I want to see, and that's the California that I'm going to fight for. I'm going to fight for my family, for your family. I have 13 nieces and nephews, and I refuse to let California fail them. And when I'm in Sacramento fighting for my family, I'm fighting for your family too. I'm fighting so that they can go to quality schools, so that you will have jobs and you won't struggle to put food on the table. Vote for Suzette Martinez is a vote for opportunity.
All right.
It's another one I had to tell Tom Lackey. My son is the cutest thing. There's 2 signs whenever we're driving around. If he sees Tom's or if he sees Suzette Martinez, he loses his mind. He starts screaming and pointing at the sign, and So I'm raising him right. I'm raising a little Republican.
You're wee publican. I call him wee publican.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Well, yeah, whatever he turns out to be, right? We hopefully he doesn't want to go against the grain against his parents. But it's important that they understand the process. And my nieces and nephews have been helping me with my campaign, knocking on doors, waving signs. And one of my nephews is an intern for the campaign, and it's important that they learn the process and they learn how to affect change in their community. So good job.
I want to bite a hippie in the house, so I'll make sure he goes my way.
Yeah, I'm Shane and I are getting ready to go vote in a few minutes. We've been up since 5, waving signs on the freeway and letting people know that today's the day. Every election day is important because it affects us locally and nationally and throughout the state.
It does, and everybody's got to get out and vote. Suzette, I wish you all the best.
Absolutely.
Thank you, and I'm sure that we'll be in touch after my victory tonight.
Okay,
Yay.
You got it. You know where to reach us.
Good luck, Suzette. Okay, bye-bye.
Good luck. Okay, let's keep rolling right along because I want to try to get everybody on the show that I can. So everybody
do you
can
have
listen.
your medication with you?
No, I need something.
Yeah, you do.
I'm telling you, because
Could have brought an Ativan in.
no,
Something.
come on, I don't take that stuff. But she's sitting next to
The mic
Angelina
is
while
on.
she's in charge of everything.
Oh.
I'll hang that up.
Yeah, we don't want to throw that number out.
Let's try it again. Because that might have been the AT&T network, and that sometimes doesn't go through too well.
Stinking AT&T.
Fortunately, I have Verizon.
Yes.
Okay. Which is what the station's got here, but this, see? I told you. AT&T. It sucks.
AT&T.
It's JD.
Hello.
Hey, JD.
Hey, JD.
You're on AVNewsCast. How are you this morning?
What's that?
I say good morning. You're live on AVNewsCast, and how are you this morning?
I'm doing great this morning. Did you see that Angelina and I are friends now?
Yes, we are.
I saw you guys got a little chummy over at the NAMI
Yeah, we did.
charity event, huh?
It's his wife. She sold me over. Or your fiance, rather. Sorry.
Yeah.
There was
And Angelina liked Sean Paul's nail polish, so they became friends. And Angelina and I are friends.
That's you got to work it any way you can, JD.
That's right.
Whatever you got to do.
I was at a board meeting last night, and there was a lady there in attendance who was just every other word out of her mouth was JD Kennedy.
Really?
Her name was Tiffany, and she was
Hey,
at that event.
I forgot to tell you on Facebook last night. Congratulations on your being added to the board there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she was just, I mean,
She
just
loves some
glowed.
JD, huh?
She glowed when she's brought up JD.
Nice.
Hey, JD.
Yeah, I think you're probably talking about the gal that does the cooking. She's a chef and is going to be on the boulevard Thursday with the farmers market. She's going to be doing some live cooking.
That's Charmaine.
That's Charmaine.
That's Charmaine.
Tiffany was big in the veteran support issue. She did out at the cemetery.
Oh,
And,
Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiffany, if you're listening, hi.
Hey.
So how you guys all doing today?
We're doing good, JD. I know you're out there working hard and trying to get voters out to the campaign. Take 30 seconds and talk to those voters real quick that are listening to the show.
You chopped off for a second. What did you ask me?
I say there's a lot of people listening to the show right now. Take 30 seconds and talk to them.
Well, it's been a great race. I'd like to first thank Sean Paul, my fiance. This race actually started with her calling me when Lou Gonzalez dropped out, and she said, "Babe, why don't you run?" And I said, "Well, that means we better postpone the wedding." So that was her call. She postponed the wedding, and we've done a lot of work since. We've met a lot of great people throughout the district. Yesterday we were up in Roseman and Cal City, and tell you what, throughout the district, voters all pretty much feel the same. They feel like they're not represented as people. The residents aren't represented. The community isn't represented well, and they're looking for a change. Even
regardless of party, people are sick of the establishment. They're sick of the back and forth. Things aren't getting done, and vote for me. A vote for me will be a vote for somebody that has a different way, a different approach, new ideas, and a get it done attitude with a daily get it done approach. I'd love to have your vote.
All right.
Well, listen,
good luck,
JD, I wish you the best on your campaign. Get out there and do what you got to do. Polls are open till 8 o'clock tonight.
8 o'clock tonight.
All right.
All right. Thanks for taking the time to come on the show, JD.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. You know who I want to get on the show next? Oh, first, look who we got, okay? Look who we've got, okay? The executive director of the Guidance Charter School, K through 12.
That's right.
Mr. Kamal Al-Khatib. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I always love to have your show. I always listen to it, and I always like the guests on your shows. They're all interesting people.
And you always agree with everything I say, right?
99%.
Yeah.
And I agree with you 99% of the time.
Okay.
Even if you both don't agree.
Yeah.
That was good.
That's politics, right?
It is, absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, you don't always have to agree with everybody.
That's right.
Let's bring Lee Rogers on the show. Can we get Lee on the show?
I don't know. Let's see.
Dr. Rogers.
Hello.
Good morning, Lee. This is Steve. You're live on AVNewsCast. How are you?
Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Hey, I'm joined right now by Kamal Al-Khatib. He's on the show live, too.
Kamal, good morning.
Good morning, Lee. How are you, my friend?
Doing well.
I wish you best of luck today for all the candidates. And, today is a deciding day for everybody. I hope everybody get out and vote. If you don't vote, don't complain. And I tip my hat to all the candidates, actually, who are running for an office, because you guys go through a lot in putting your family and friends and everybody through this.
Yeah.
Lee, I saw yesterday, something in the LA Times, and I saw something online that they said Dr. Lee Rogers is a front runner in this primary, okay? I know you ran in 2012, and you gave Buck McKeon a good run for his money at that point, right then and there. There's a lot of people, Lee, right now that have not voted, that are still undecided. Take 30 seconds and talk to those people.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot, Stephen. And look, I'm a 36-year-old doctor. I know what it's like to be in our economy. I have a 5-year-old to 2-year-old, and I think it's important that we send somebody to Washington that understands what it's like to live in the current economy and not necessarily like the top 1% or the Wall Street banker who's obviously doing very well now. The economy's recovered for them, but not necessarily for everybody else. And I listen to people. Being a doctor, you have to listen and then come up with a solution and take action. That's what I intend to do in Washington.
Well, Lee, I wish you the best in your campaign, and we hope to see you on the other side of the primary tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Stephen, and thanks to all of you guys at AVNewsCast. I really appreciate your coverage of the race.
All of the candidates the same.
I've been wishing the same thing to every single candidate.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, he
Thanks,
has.
Lee.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the other side of this.
Thank you, Lee.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Bye.
Right. I have two. Okay, we got one more candidate we need to get on. Can you do that for me?
Really?
Okay. All right. So we'll try to do that. Okay.
Who's that?
What last candidate? Kermit Franklin.
Yes.
Running for state assembly. Steve Fox let us off this morning. You should have been with us the whole show.
Yeah.
You could have been with us the
We
whole
went
show.
down the whole gamut.
Wow. I would love to talk about, politics which affects my community.
Yes.
Yeah. It does.
This is what I am concerned about. It affects education, it affects healthcare, affects quality of life, it affects taxes, it affects jobs, Social Security, any subject that you can think of, it does. So if you don't have a vote, don't complain.
Hey, Kermit, are you with us?
Should I try again?
Okay, we'll try one more time because
Okay.
last time he accused us of not doing it.
Yes.
Okay? So we'll try one more time. You know, something you just said, Kamal, every single candidate out there, okay, whether that's my candidate or not, I really respect people for going out there and trying to make a difference. I wouldn't do it. I'll tell you, I wouldn't do it.
Never speak too soon.
Running for public office is a very difficult thing.
It is.
Okay, and it takes a special individual to throw their hat in the ring and say, hey, I'm going to try to make a difference.
Yeah, I've done it once. That's too much.
Morning, Kermit.
Yes.
Good morning. You're live on with AVNewsCast.
How are you, Kermit?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys?
I'm
We're
good. I'm good.
Fine.
How's your campaign going? You know, the polls are open. What are you doing to try to get voters out there and vote for you this morning?
Well, I'm sending even more emails, texts this morning reminding people to go and vote, but some people, as you know, will sometimes forget as well. And I'm making phone calls as well. So going to visit a few people as well. But those are the number of things that I'm doing.
Well, Kermit, there's a lot of people listening to the show right now, and they're undecided. Take 30 seconds and talk to those people for a minute.
The most important thing is that you exercise your freedom, your right to vote. The choice in this election, like all elections, you choose your representative that most would fit the things that you want done. If you want things done such as increasing minimum wage, equal pay for equal work for women, if you want our veterans' help, if you want income equality, if you want extended Proposition 3, extended also closing loophole, then I'm your candidate. So I ask that you do go exercise your right to vote. Don't let this be a year where you say you haven't voted.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, and I hope everybody does go vote. Kermit, I wish you the best of luck on your campaign. I really do. Okay, and I've said it to every candidate. I'll say it again. I hope to see you on the other side of the primary tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Kermit.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a bye.
I've said that to every single candidate.
You didn't.
Okay? I did too.
You didn't.
Okay?
I think you did.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. She just starts trouble. No, because any candidate that's out there running, whether it's mine or not, I really respect, because it is not easy.
Well, I can't
okay?
say that I respect it, because there's a lot of garbage that's being slung out there too, and I think that we do an injustice to everybody for us not to know where the garbage is coming from.
And I get what you're talking about. I get what you're talking about.
You can't say that you respect all of that, because that's not cool.
Well, I'll say this much. If you're a candidate and you're running and you weren't on the show today, well, that says something right then and there.
Wow.
Okay? I'll go out on a limb that way. Okay?
Yeah.
I'll definitely say that.
I will tell you, I do have respect for anybody, even in the run. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but keep it clean and don't spill out lies.
Well, I will tell you, it's very hard to keep it clean. It is very hard, because most of the candidates right now, they're saying if you don't hit or you don't use attack, you're not going to win, which is probably a fact. And, I don't have any problem with people attacking, but as long as they are attacking with the truth, facts.
Right, but they don't.
But don't bring garbage and try to attack. When this is what bothers me. I mean, don't bring any lies or garbage or anything personal against candidates. Stick to the issues and try to be professional. Even if you want to attack professionally.
With the truth.
Yeah.
The truth, yes.
With the truth.
The truth, and support it with facts and document it.
And sign your name.
And sign your name. Don't be a coward and say committee that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And P.O. box that doesn't have any name or something.
Yes.
That's coward.
Yes.
And don't run for public office if you're one step away from maybe being indicted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you don't want to remove your tattoos. I mean, come on.
That's a whole nother thing.
I want to tell you, if you don't have a gator skin,
Hey, nice plug.
Yeah.
don't run for office.
Yeah.
You have to have a gator skin.
You do. You got to have thick skin to
Right?
do this. Yeah, you absolutely do.
Yep.
Or at least a pretty bad case of psoriasis.
We had one candidate on the show running for L.A. County Sheriff, James Helmold. He was on this morning around 8:30. He understands the needs of the people in the Antelope Valley. He understands what we need to make the city safe.
And one thing I want to tell you about Helmut, when the jail situation broke, the story broke down, he was tapped to be part of the solution to the problem.
I know.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
So some people, they're trying to make him say, oh, he's part of the old system. There is no old system. The sheriff department is over 100 years old.
Right.
Everybody working for the sheriff department is part of the old system.
Right. I agree 100%. And I know people are making that case and then they're saying, well, look outside. But I also know that he was not involved in that situation.
Right.
Okay. There is a candidate, and I'm just going to say it. There is a guy that's running that was definitely involved, and that's Paul Tanaka. And that's a guy, in my personal opinion, that is maybe 1 inch away from being indicted.
Yeah.
Okay? He's definitely being investigated. He's definitely being looked at by the FBI. And I'd be very surprised if he's not indicted, because my personal opinion is he should be. He was the guy in charge.
He sure was.
And it flows up and down, and that's just my feeling. Okay? That's what I've got to say. Are we about out of time, or we got any more?
Nope,
we are?
Yes.
Okay, then we're done. Everybody, get out and vote today. You really owe it to everybody in the community to get out. Collectively, get out and let your voice be heard. And the only way you can do that is by casting your vote. Have a great day. Get out and vote. And we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks
with
for
the
making
results.
us with results. And thanks for making us the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley.
I'm into that. You like the